Hey DV, welcome to this week's episode of Conquest Journal. My name is Brianna.
I'm Marcos.
Let's get started. Students are beginning to show that the Device Spirit section is one of the best in El Paso. Let's go DV! Woo!
The Spirit section is the best way to come together and show support to our football team and other sports.
Student section is actually, we've gotten the idea from college football and stuff like that, and what it is that we want to bring spirit to the school. And if you get all those students involved and all the different organizations we have here on campus, what a better way than to celebrate the end of the week, if you will, but more importantly to cheer on the home team. So I mean, it's all about camaraderie. It's all about bringing student organizations together, and again, at the end of the day, to cheer on our football team.
We put posters about Spirit section, and actually when football games come, we try and get as many people as we can.
It's grown over the years, and it's getting actually bigger and better. We're trying to compete, as you know. You've seen other schools and stuff come up with crazy ideas and stuff like that, so we're right behind them. One of our biggest things that we do is we throw powder in the fourth quarter, so that's kind of cool. The students like it, and again, it's all about school and student fun.
Being part of the student section, each voice helps and each student helps it make it better. Of things, we sing, we chant, we do the roller coaster, we do different activities, we just have fun. We just try to make it a party instead of a game.
Our student section is the best, we try to get everybody involved, just trying to get everybody hyped for these games, Amazing, it's like one of the best feelings, you just get to hype everybody up, you hear them like screaming right now for their team. It's honestly one of the best feelings, I don't know. I can't describe how I feel, it's just one of the best feelings, honestly.
Hey Conquistadores, I'm here at Conquest Stadium in front of one of the best student sections here in El Paso. Let's see what they look like.
Students, keep the tradition alive by encouraging others to participate in the student section. Reporting for Conquest Journal, Joshua de la Riva.
Do you vape?
No, do you vape?
No, not at all. Saying no to vaping has become a very hard challenge.
Due to the increase of popularity.
Although vaping may seem like the cool, safe alternative to cigarettes, they can be just as bad or even worse.
I think that by education and by talking to the students and, giving them the facts on what the e-cigarettes can do to you, to your body, short-term and long-term, that's the best way to get across to them.
Many teen athletes don't realize the effects vaping has on their performance and skill.
It's all about information, getting the information out there, educating students and athletes about the adverse effects of cigarettes versus e-cigs, how they differ, but also how they compare, especially in their side effects.
E-cigarettes are more dangerous than you think. Over 530 cases of lung-related injuries have been reported, as well as 6 deaths.
I think it's just as dangerous as smoking. To me, there wasn't really a difference. They're the same. You're inhaling something foreign into your body. So to me, I think they're just as dangerous as smoking.
The lack of information has led the youth to abuse e-cigs.
They really started to spike in popularity, especially in the young people, because they didn't want to smell like cigarettes, so they thought e-cigs are a great option, but really it's not. Just don't do it, it's not worth it.
And remember kids, it is not cool to Jew in school. Reporting for Conquest Journal, Sebastian Gutierrez.
Del Valle sports are coming in strong. Let's take a look.
Hey DV, my name is Bueno and welcome to this week's episode of Sports Beat. Your Lady Conquistadores went up against Parkland and came up short in a hard-fought battle.
But bounced back better than ever against Estrella and swept them with a set of 3-0, having the fans cheer them on.
Here's what the coach has to say.
Our girls are working together. They fight, throughout the game. We just don't give up. Yes, we have some bad games, but at the end of it all, our girls compete. And that's all I ask from them, is for them to compete and not go down easily.
Then we'll start the second round, so make sure you go out and support them as they try to close out the season and try to make a push for playoffs. Your tennis team went up against the East Lake Falcons, defeating them in a set of 10-4. Keep up the hard work, DV. And the moment you've all been waiting for, your big, bad, blue football team went up against Hanks and showed them who's boss and dominated the whole night with the score of 50-21. That wraps up this week's episode of Sports Beat. Reporting for Conquest Journal, bueno.
Del Valle has hosted their third annual blood drive.
For those in need, for a good cause.
This year's blood drive was a success. Although it was a long process, Student Council made it happen. The blood went out to different hospitals in El Paso and New Mexico.
Organizing the event was difficult. We had to do a lot of making of posters, broadcasting it, using Student Council to do it. We had to do an incentive, which is we have permission slips for people who are younger than 16 years old who had to turn in a permission slip. And the way we got them to turn it in was that they would be entered in a raffle to win a Whataburger gift card. So that was the way we also got people to donate.
For some of the students, it was their first time donating, but for others, it was already their second year.
It's just something that I've always wanted to do. I mean, this is my first time doing it, so it's good to give back when you can.
Felt nervous. It's nervous when it's your first time, but you get over it once you're doing it.
It's not an easy process to donate blood, but at the end of the day, it's for a good cause.
I think a lot more people should donate. We usually hit the numbers like around 65, but I think there should be a lot more people involved in it, and I think if we put it out more, we could definitely hit that goal.
I mean, I encourage people to donate the blood. The blood goes to cancer patients, burn victims, victims of the shooting, anybody who really needs it. It's a good thing to do. It's good to be nice.
Next time there's a blood drive, make sure to sign up and donate because you never know who you might help. Reporting for Conquest Journal, Joanna Cardenas.
To keep the community safe and aware in case of an emergency,
the district provided an active shooter training.
The Civilian Response to Active Shooter event was a training that hoped to educate faculty, teachers, parents, and students on what to do during an active attacker.
Well, as you know, we had two recent very high-profile active shooter events here in El Paso and Middle Odessa, close proximity. And our staff and our students are fairly well trained. We drill every month. And we're just trying to increase the awareness of our community members that might come into our school system.
Active shootings have become the new norm of our society, but with these trainings, we hope to decrease the damage caused by them.
Started recording, and what you see is a very steep incline, almost like a steep mountain, and it's not going away. Starting in 2014, there was a new type of attack happening, just people being evil. They didn't have a reason, they weren't driven, they just wanted to cause as much damage and as much chaos as they possibly could cause in a very short amount of time.
There are 3 things we could do to increase our chance of surviving during an active shooting.
And so the way we counter that is becoming situationally aware, having skill sets, knowing how to control ourselves in situations so we don't freeze. When you go into a place, a movie theater, a church, a restaurant, if you go out with your friends to a concert, know where the exits are. We like to pack a lot of people in concerts and have very few exits. Make sure when you go to that concert you have fun, that's awesome. But make sure you have a plan. If something happens and I need to leave, how am I getting out of here?
With these tactics, we can hope to make our schools a safer and prepared place for our students, faculties, and teachers. Reporting for Conquest Journal, Christian Croce.
This month, Del Valle is celebrating fire prevention.
And Fire Tech is spreading his awareness.
October is Fire Prevention Month, and Fire Tech is spreading awareness throughout the community.
So the Del Valle Fire Tech team during the month of October, we're trying to be as visible as we can. We're going to be out in the community encouraging people to have a plan to check their smoke alarms. We're going to follow suit with what El Paso Fire Department is on their fire prevention activities. We're in hopes that we're going to be going out to the middle schools and to the elementary schools to give fire safety presentations as well. If nothing's happening to you, you figure everything's okay. The reality is that fire comes at any minute, any time, any part of the day, any part of the month.
DV Fire Tech is taking initiative by teaching others the importance of having a plan in case of an emergency.
We're that much ahead of the game trying to prepare people to have a plan to escape, or you should evacuate quickly. You should relay all this information to all of your family. You should have a working smoke alarm. And ultimately, at the end of the day, just practice great safety measures.
If you're ever in need of more information on how to prevent a fire, visit your local fire station for more information. Reporting from Conquest Journal, Alex Delgado.
Fire tech. With Del Valle being a multicultural environment, the celebrations never stop.
Now it's time to celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month. Hispanic culture can be seen through the food, music, and even clothing.
Para mí ser hispano es ser único delante de todos los demás y más porque estamos en la frontera. Significa que somos diferentes, tenemos algo diferente entre los americanos y los mexicanos y algo que nos hace único.
Pues yo me siento muy orgullosa de ser hispana. Creo que es una cultura muy rica en todo sentido y creo que nuestras raíces son magníficas, así es de que me siento muy, muy orgullosa.
Hispanic Heritage Month is celebrated from September 15th through October 15th. It is a period where Hispanic citizens celebrate their culture and ethnicity. There are many activities planned around the U.S., and the DV Hispanic community won't be left behind.
Este mes tenemos planeado hacer un desayuno con los maestros para que puedan saber lo que es valor y lo que significa para la comunidad aquí en Del Valle.
Lo único que tenemos planeado hasta ahorita es el Burrito Bash, donde ayudamos nosotros y proveemos aguas frescas.
Quiero que los estudiantes se puedan sentir importantes, que se puedan sentir orgullosos de sus tradiciones mexicanas y las hispanas y las puedan recordar y puedan tener algo que nuestros ancestros antes celebraban.
We encourage everyone to celebrate their roots and embrace.
DV had their first Pep Rally celebrating many achievements.
Let's check it out.
Del Valle has their first Pep Rally celebrating football, volleyball, tennis, and also celebrating the 7 distinctions Del Valle has earned.
Well, there's 7 distinctions, 7 distinction designations. 4 have to do with how the school performs in the 4 content areas: English language arts, mathematics, science, and social studies. And then the other 3 have to do with closing the achievement gap, college career military readiness, and growth or performance.
The district fell short from getting an A rating, but the superintendent is confident that the district will improve next year.
We're working with that school. It's an alternative school, and they have a different set of problems and challenges, and they need the resources and the support. They'll get it this year, and I have every confidence that the Isleta Independent School District will be an A-rated school district this time next year.
After receiving the 7 distinctions, DV was able to kick off the Pep Rally with the Conquerettes, Fuego, Enchelons, band, and the cheerleaders. At the end of the day, Mr. Cunha was proud and honored for what Del Valle has accomplished.
It's a great honor because our teachers work really hard, our students work real hard, and sometimes you're not recognized for your hard work, and it happens that all of them are being recognized because of their hard work. So it's a great thing for the students and for the community and for the school, because everybody knows that Del Valle is a good academic school.
Congratulations, DV, for your hard work. Reporting for Conquest Journal, Aaron Forty.
That's it for this week's episode of Conquest Journal. Signing off.
You could look at her and then I go back to the camera.
Do you drool?
No, do you drool?
No, not at all.
Say no to drooling.
Do you vape?
No, do you vape?
No, not at all.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Students are beginning to show the Del Valle spirit. Let's take a look.
Are you ready?
All right, ready? 3, 2, 1.
Del Valle sports are coming in strong. Let's take a look.
The ball guy!
I thought she was gonna talk.
No.